from a lap band to gastric plication. The surgery was done 3 days ago at Santa Fe Medical Center by Dr. Jesus Lopez. Okay, how are you doing today, Teresa?
I'm doing really good.
Good.
And I'm really pleased.
Thank you. What is your overall feeling with your procedure so far as a whole?
It was a very positive experience, and I've had 3 experiences in Mexico, and I can honestly tell you I'm grateful to not have had another medical tourism company help me book my trip, because the last experience was really bad and this experience was exceptionally good. I would certainly recommend Baja Medical.
Thank you very much. Can you tell me a little about any barriers that might have existed with your physicians? Did we speak English fluently throughout your procedure and your stay here?
That was one of the reasons I came, because I was able to understand what they were proposing, not only in dollars and cents, but in the procedure itself. And having a sister for a nurse, she was able to disseminate exactly which procedure we should all be looking at, and there were 3 of us that came.
Okay. And were your questions answered thoroughly before and after surgery? And by before, I mean from the time we first spoke to the couple of days before your procedure.
I was really surprised how much doctor time that we got, how much face time we got with you guys, helping us to understand what we were going to undergo, what we needed to do, the follow-up calls to making sure we were on track, the elimination of confusion that came with the other agencies that were trying to get our business, and sticking in there and being confident in what you were providing for services and being very clear about that.
Okay. And can you tell me a little about your feelings about the safety and security since you arrived in Tijuana, taking into account all the things that are said in the media constantly?
I've had 3 trips here. The first trip was very nice. The second trip we had a really bad experience, and it was a medical tourism company, and I'd like to warn you about that. That we had 2 strong-armed robberies. We were taken into an area that wasn't nice and wasn't guarded. The third trip was very safe. I would love to make the trip again and stay at the motels we were put at. We were kept guard of, as far as, you know, we were taken everywhere we needed to go or wanted to go. We were able to see the city. We had reasonable tours booked so that they were manageable tours. We were able to get some shopping. We were able to rest. And the level of care just for the medical was exceptional.
Okay. So do you feel in general that you got your money's worth for your procedure?
Wow. Wow. I was, my lap band had slipped. The hospital in Washington told me my bill was $17,000 to remove the band, and to put the new band in, they wouldn't do it at the same time. And when and if, which they probably wouldn't put it back in, would be another $17,000. And the price I got on it for all 3 surgeries was less than the entire bill for just the first procedure. They promised me at $17,000. Yeah, I think I got my bang for my buck.
Okay. And in terms of the healthcare practices here, do you think it was lower, better, or about the same as in the States?
We had really good care. We had really good care. I have the second trip I made, we had really bad care for my friend. But this particular trip, we had really, really good care, and I have no reservations about using these doctors again to do the tummy tuck I'm coming back for.
Excellent. And you talked a little bit about your personalized attention with the physicians. Did you feel you get enough of it? Were we available enough for your questions to be answered?
I was driven everywhere by the doctors. I had as much time as I could probably need for FaceTime, and they have an ongoing practice that they expect you to be speaking with them every week to 2 weeks, and if you have any questions, it's easy access.
Okay.
I've had no problems getting the doctors on the phone.
Excellent. And do you have any comments regarding the hospital that you had your surgery in, which was Santa Fe Medical Center, and the surgeon, the main surgeon, who was Dr. Jesus Lopez?
It was very clean. They were very sanitary. There was, things seemed to be very sanitary. The rooms were nice. The staff seemed to know what they were doing. They were able to communicate well. Very comfortable.
And in the staff, would you include the nurses? Were you able to get through to them and get your questions answered, your needs when you were in the hospital?
Yes, we didn't go without anything.
Okay. And lastly, just globally as a whole, can you comment about your experiences from the moment you arrived here? You know, more towards the positive, the negative.
The second time I came, I can only warn you that you need to investigate where you're going. And after 3 experiences, I can tell you that I was perfectly comfortable where I had my surgery. I will be back to have my next surgery. I trust the doctors to refer me out to other doctors, and they did. They didn't shortcut the fact that I needed an electrocardiogram done, and they weren't going to let it go untested because of a murmur. And they gave me outstanding service, and it should have been done years and years and years ago, but it did get done this time because the care that I received, it required that that got done. So I'm very comfortable in promoting what they're doing. I think that my personal health care was taken care of.
Excellent. And lastly, would you feel comfortable recommending BajaMed to other family, friends?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would be totally comfortable, and I'm willing to let anybody call me and talk about my experiences, and I do have 3 of them, and bang for the buck, the best deal I got was this one.
Okay, Teresa. Well, thank you very much. We hope to see you back here again soon.